Waipaoa Station's a 1,800 hectare sheep and beef place based an hour out of Gisborne. Up here there's 4 on-farm staff plus Jeff, the training manager, and there's also us 10 cadets of 5 juniors and 5 seniors.
We see our role here as assisting the sheep and beef industry in the high quality training of young agribusiness people.
I just think it's interesting to reflect on the journey that Waipaoa's had from an initial idea at a farm discussion group day to now at the end of this year we'll have 30 cadets out in the industry adding value to a whole lot of businesses.
Basically I had an idea, I'd had a couple of Smedley boys work for me over the years and I saw the standard that they brought to the job, so I saw it as an opportunity.
It has been premised on a whole lot of that initial vision, a whole lot of truckload of generosity and goodwill. The financial viability of the trust is entirely dependent upon 60% of its funding coming from outside sources, i.e. sponsorship funding.
We're a standalone entity, training trust, from the commercial aspect of Waipaoa Station, and so we have to meet our own costs.
The farming community as a whole needs to get right in behind these programs, or especially Waipaoa. It is so important to have these well-rounded, skilled young fellows out there, and without their support right in behind it, it won't happen. And sponsorship obviously is a big one.
It's really important we have good sponsors because it helps us to get the training we need, pay for all the expenses, and also by investing in Waipaoa, you do get the return when we head out into employment.
We have our naming rights sponsor, currently Silver Fern Farms. Initially it was BNZ, and a whole host of trusts who are based throughout New Zealand who've decided that what we're doing is a great thing for the industry.
I think one of the big reasons we like to support things like Waipaoa, Cadet Farm, Training Farm, is that we need good young people in the industry. And these opportunities like Waipaoa certainly do that. They're putting a group of young people through a system that I believe is probably putting them 4 to 5 years ahead of their friends.
It's not all one way. We expect the cadets to be full participants of giving back to the community, and there's one thing that the community certainly likes to see, and is that's seeing the cadets out in the community neat and tidy, always turned out to a high standard.
The future, well, hopefully we're in a position to keep this thing going for a long time. Probably see our role going forward as putting that challenge out to the rest of the industry.
The Trust is entirely happy to provide support and all the information required to enable one of these to be set up anywhere around the country.
We have had approaches up till date already to duplicate this model, but the challenge is there for it to actually come to fruition.
I think that all in all, it's a good, well-rounded education that young people are given the opportunity to get at Waipaoa.
It is absolutely important that this scheme continues and we're getting good people through there. It is absolutely of great quality.
I would just say to any prospective employers out there, please don't take this for granted. We need to nurture this, we need to build on this model throughout the industry because there's an acute need for this level of training. And Waipaoa can only provide 5 cadets a year. There's a huge opportunity to make this opportunity available for a whole lot more younger New Zealanders.